The New York Knicks have a massive player leap incoming in none other than Mitchell Robinson, who's getting ready to return from an injury. And no way he just said this, but Mitch spoke out on his injury and called out the man responsible for his injury in a wild statement. And also, we have the reason why Mitchell Robinson is about to have his best offensive season. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here. And guys, if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe. If you're part of that 67% who's not subscribed to the channel and you want daily New York Knicks news, updates, reports on injuries and free agency and all that stuff, this is the place to be. We also have the most fun live streams on YouTube, but we could talk about all that later. Mitchell Robinson, man, he has missed this entire season due to an injury, but he is coming back very, very soon, and this man is coming back with a vengeance. Mitchell Robinson is balling out. He's showing that he has a massive offensive leap incoming, and on top of that, he called out the man responsible for his injuries in Joel Embiid. We're going to break all this down, so let's jump right into it. As we all know, Mitchell Robinson recently, for the first time in a long time, spoke to the media and had a lot to say just about recovering from his injury and the process and everything, saying, essentially, I'm just taking it day by day, the best thing that I can, just trying to get to 100%. That's my main goal. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there so it doesn't happen again, it referring to the injury, of course. Also saying, I'm just going to continue to do what I do best, which is get offensive rebounds, block shots, and defend. I can't wait to see how it goes. Well, here's an interesting little tidbit on Mitchell Robinson, on this wonderful, wonderful man right here. He's working on more than just that defense. Mitchell Robinson, through the legs, into the post, to a right post hook. Look at it again, through the legs, post spin, right up there. Mitch is grinding. Now, yes, we all know the deal with these Mitchell Robinson highlights. I understand that Mitch posts a lot of highlights of him just torching it in the offseason. But there's something important to mention here with this specifically. This isn't Mitch doing crossover, step back three on people, on his friends over the offseason. This is Mitchell Robinson working to be the best player he could possibly be. I've said this before. I truly think it goes underrated how much Mitchell Robinson loves basketball and how competitive this man is. People think because of his funny personality and the fact that he loves to go on Snapchat and have some fun and that he really loves his trucks and playing Fortnite, that he's not competitive, that he doesn't care about the game. That is so far from true. Mitchell Robinson is a competitive psychopath, and it's so under the radar because he's just also a really, really chill, relaxed guy who's just loving his life, hanging out, doing his thing, hanging out with his daughter, playing Fortnite, driving big trucks, having a bunch of good laughs, posting on social media. Mitch is also just a fun person, but don't get it twisted. This man wants to be on the court for the New York Knicks, and he is a competitive monster. He's a competitive block nest monster, if you will. Now, he said that at the beginning of December, before the injury happened in December, he said, I was playing the best basketball of my career. The game was really slow to me. I could see everything. Now, when players say that, it means they understand everything that's going on. I don't talk about this a whole lot on the channel because I feel like I'm someone hunting for validation when I talk about it. But for a while, I used to play 2K with Emmanuel quickly when he was on the Knicks. Man, he's a great dude. He's the absolute man. And he was telling me, like, because we were playing 2K, and, like, essentially, if you don't play NBA 2K, you have to make certain defensive settings or the team is going to collapse in if someone drives into the paint. Now, I have my guys protecting those corners tightly, but still, like, when that would happen, he'd find ways to make shifts in the defense. I'm like, dude, how the hell are you doing that? What are you doing? He's like, honestly, bro, when you're in the NBA, you see everything on this game. You see it all. And that makes sense. It's a video game, and the man's an NBA point guard, so it makes sense. But I kind of asked him, what do you mean, like, when you see everything? He's like, bro, I know where everyone's going to be. Whether it's a video game or not, he's like, it's realistic enough that you just know where everyone's supposed to be. You understand all the movements. You have all these plays. You have all these sets. You memorize them. It's just in your head because it's like a job. Like, my job is to make YouTube videos. I'm not really thinking that much when I'm putting together these videos, when I'm putting them into the editing system and using the software to do it. It's basically second nature to me because I do it every day for 8 hours a day. So with the NBA, it's the same thing. It's your job. Like, you know how you can mindlessly kind of do your job and just know everything that's going to happen? That's the same way as basketball. And people don't really seem to always comprehend that, but it does become the same thing. It's still work. You still do it every day. When you do something so often, you become a master of your craft. everyone in the NBA is a master of their craft. That's why they're one of the 550 some odd people in the NBA. So more like 530-ish, I guess. 3 two-way contracts is 450. 450 plus 90 is 540. So there you go, 540. That was pretty close. But look, essentially, all these guys are masters of their craft. And Mitchell Robinson was understanding the game more than ever when he went down with the injury. And honestly, that does make a ton of sense. When you look at Robinson's numbers in the first 21 games of that season, he was putting up 10 rebounds per game with 6 points, 1.5 steals, and 1.5 blocks per game. He'd be getting way more blocks per game, but people don't challenge Mitchell Robinson at the rim the same way that anyone runs at Karl Anthony Towns, and it's caused a defensive issue. Once Mitchell Robinson's there, once this guy is back, the Knicks are going to have a game plan where Thibodeau is going to force guys to try to challenge Mitch. And then OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, all the Knicks' best defenders don't have to give a cushion and allow the most threes per game because they don't have to fear about what if they get past me. When Mitchell Robinson's back, that's not a concern. They're like, oh, Mitch has got it. It's fine. I mean, Mitch is arguably the best defender on the Knicks anyway. He's one of the best defenders in basketball, and people don't give him the credit that he deserves. On top of that, everyone knows he's the best offensive rebounder in the game. That's not going to change. And Mitch talked about doing that, but now he's also talking about going out there, bodying people up, putting up post hooks, using more of an offensive game that he's wanted to show for a while. So this is an absolutely excellent sign for Mitchell Robinson to see this. But Mitch wasn't done talking. He also talked about Joel Embiid and the injury that Joel Embiid caused to Mitchell Robinson, which is the reason why Mitchell Robinson is not playing right now. Everyone knows Joel Embiid's a dirty player. It's not really a well-kept secret by the 76ers. Embiid's just a dirty player. It didn't start with Mitchell Robinson. That's just the most blatant one. It's not going to end with Mitchell Robinson. And the fact is, Mitch spoke on it a couple days after, on June 28th, I believe, and he said, basically, he's like, yeah, I wasn't too upset about it till I saw the video a couple times, and I was like, damn, if I did that to him, I would have been out of there. I would have been ejected without a question. And Joel Embiid got a flagrant one because, well, the NBA's entertainment, they're not going to kick out Joel Embiid because he was the second best player in the NBA back then. Emphasis on back then, because Joel Embiid's never going to be healthy again because, well, y'all know what karma is. So that is what it is. Joel Embiid got called out by Mitchell Robinson, but Mitch was also just calling out the entire NBA, man. He is hungry to get back on the court. I mean, Mitch went out there and said, let them sleep. I'll wake their ass up. We love what we're seeing out of Mitchell Robinson. And then also being asked about the Joel Embiid situation, he said, I'm not getting into that. Stephen Bondy talked about it and said, yeah, if asked about Mitch or asked about Embiid, he just is like, I'm not getting into that. Mitch does not want to ruffle all the feathers in the world, but I will tell you one thing that Mitchell Robinson is certainly not afraid of doing, and that is
Embiid can really hurt you as Robinson, who had that superb game one. Will come in, Embiid.
James draws the bigger Anunoby. Robinson is trying to deal with Embiid
in this series because, and I always say this because I think people are going to be afraid that I'm trashing Isaiah Hartenstein, which is not what I'm doing. I love Isaiah Hartenstein, but Isaiah was too small to guard Joel Embiid. He just wasn't strong enough, and that's fine. Hartenstein's great, and I wish he was on the Knicks. That would solve 10 million problems. Solve basically every problem, honestly. I miss Hartenstein every day I watch Knicks basketball. I saw that video of Hartenstein and Dante DiVincenzo chopping it up and just seeing two of our guys like that just on different teams. It hurts. Like, it's just sad. I get an icky feeling in my stomach. But at the end of the day, the Knicks did what they thought was right for the team, and there's a good argument that that was the right move. Now, Mitch, he was big enough to guard Joel Embiid and gave Joel Embiid the business. Without Mitchell Robinson there, the Knicks likely could have lost to the 76ers because Mitch was the only person who could handle Embiid's size and strength, and just Mitch is still a better defender than Isaiah Hartenstein. It's close, don't get me wrong. Hartenstein's a far better offensive player, but Mitch is a better defender than Isaiah, and we saw Mitchell Robinson prove to everyone that he's one of basketball's best defenders. So Mitch calling out Joel Embiid, no fear there. But here's one of the reasons that we haven't gotten into on why I think why Mitchell Robinson is going to have a big offensive leap, and that is Mr. Mark Bryant right here. He's an assistant coach for the Knicks. He's their big man coach. He coaches Mitch every day. He coaches Ariel Huckporty every day, and he's working with them. Mark Bryant has been known as the big man whisperer. He just understands how to make big men good. The only really failed, Jalen Duren to this day, because the Knicks got him from the Pistons. That's one of the reasons why the Knicks have had a ton of interest in Jalen Duren for a while now. Jalen Duren said that Mark Bryant is a massive reason why he was able to figure out the NBA game so fast, because Mark Bryant just taught him well. Bryant's a former NBA player himself, played for the Trailblazers, played for a few different teams as well, but I think he was Mark Bryant's before my time, but I do believe that he was most notable on the Trailblazers. If there's someone older than me in the comments down below and you know Mark Bryant from a different team, comment that down below. I'd love to hear more about him. I definitely got to do some research on Mark. But excellent big man, very, very good coach. And Bryant has been helping Jalen Duren for a while. Now he's helping Ariel Hukporti, who looks awesome in these limited minutes. He's also helping Mitchell Robinson, who he's working with every day. I expect we're going to see more confidence out of Mitchell Robinson than we've ever seen before. It might take a week or two because he's still getting back to playing basketball for the first time in 9 months, but really 10 months now. But still, when Mitch is back, man, oh man, this is going to be fun. Mark Bryant's going to get Mitch right real quick, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this goes down with Mitchell Robinson. Look, Philly's not going to make the playoffs, but how fun would it be to see the rematch, to see an angry Mitchell Robinson? And if the Knicks play the 76ers in the playoffs and Mitch has the ball in the post on Joel Embiid, I would love it. I gotta say, how could you not? Embiid deserves it. He does. Well, pop him a little bit. Pick up the flagrant one. Just make sure it's not a close game, which it won't be because the 76ers suck. They're not going to make the playoffs. And Joel Embiid's never going to win anything. So, sucks to be him. But also, Philly fans are watching the parade right now. And I'm a Jets fan. So you have that one, Sean Bernard. I don't think Sean's watching this video. I hope he is, though, because I love Sean Bernard. If you guys do want either Philadelphia sports content from the Phillies or the 76ers, make sure to check out Sixers or Phillies Digest. Sean Bernard's the man. He is a 76ers fan, obviously, but he's still the man. He's valid. He's valid. He's cool. But yeah, I am so excited for Mitchell Robinson, is the long story short here. Mitch calling out Joel Embiid shows this man is hungrier than ever, saying, I'm coming for everyone. Let him sleep. I'll wake him up. I cannot wait to watch Mitchell Robinson play basketball. It now seems like it's going to be an earlier March, but I want Mitch fully healthy. If it takes till the end of the season for Mitch to be fully healthy and then he's fully healthy in the playoffs, I don't care. I just want a healthy Mitchell Robinson. Guys, let me know what you think down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, guys. Let's enjoy the weekend. It's Saturday afternoon. Go Knicks.